Here we go. One take challenge, episode 20. Here we go. Oh, yay. I'm just gonna give it a little bit more volume.
I'm not a stranger to the dark. Hide away, they say, 'cause we don't want your broken parts. I learn to be ashamed of all my scares. Run away, they say, no one will love you as you are. But I won't let them bring me down to dusk. I know that there's a place for us, for we are glorious. When the sharp world wanna cut me down, I'm gonna send a flock, gonna drown them out.
I would suggest working on something a little simpler with a little less busyness to just work on that foundation. Now here,
I'm gonna send a flock, gonna drown them out.
we've got a couple things going on. We have a little bit of push-pull. Gonna send down, gonna drown them out. So pushing and pulling the dynamic. We want more supported. Gonna send a flood, gonna drown them out. And also, gonna send a flood, 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 flood. That's a grace note. But sometimes when we're not used to hearing that, it can sound like a push-pull, but it's actually an extra note. And then at the very end of the line, gonna send a flood, gonna drown them out. It's supposed to be out, 3 notes at the end. And again, your pitch as well as your agility.
Send a flock, gonna drown them out.
Right now you're going out, out. So we're missing the middle note. Out.
I am brave, I am bruised, I am who I'm meant to be. This is me. Look out, you see I come.
Same thing there. Come. So if you want to learn those, actually do it right now. Repeat after me. Come. Say 1, 2, 3. Come. 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 And speed them up. That might take you days or weeks. There's no need to rush it as quickly as I did, but that's how you're going to learn those.
And I'm marching out to the beat I drum. I'm not scared to be seen. I make no apology. This is me.
This is a big song. Good for you for taking it on. It's a big song. And I don't think I've ever heard a dude sing it.
Another round of rolling is my skill.
Yeah, he did.
A dude?
Joshen.
Oh,
Yeah, you heard Joshen.
yeah,
sing
but
this.
Joshen sung it in the original
Key.
octave though.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Away, 'cause today I won't let the sea sink in. We are broken through the barricades and reaching for the sun. We are warriors, yeah, that's what we become. I won't let them bring me down to dust. I know that there's a place for us, for we're glorious.
Yeah, way to support that upper note. The melody here should be for we are glorious. Same, 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 same. Down, up, up.
Glorious, when the shots fall, wanna cut me down.
Down,
Gonna set a fire, gonna turn them out.
out.
I am brave, I am bruised, I am who I'm meant to be.
I am brave, I am bruised, I am. Those all have scoops on them. There's a lot of scoops in this song.
This is me, look out to see I come. And the marching out to the beat I drum.
I think actually that will be my biggest assignment for you, is to go back through and get those 3 notes. Come, drum, drill them, all 3 notes, and eventually you'll be able to do them at tempo.
I'm not scared to see, I make no apologies. This is me.
Forget the great. This is a good learning moment too. And I know that I deserve your love. So you, instead of using a note change, love, and I know that I deserve your love. Love, we're not really changing the vowel in there. It's just the note changing. Love, you.
And I know that I deserve your love.
Love. You're changing the vowel and the note. I think the note is changing to the wrong note. So just stay on the same vowel. Love, love, love. It does change quite fast, but keep your mouth open. Love. And just change the note. I know this is hard, and I know I've said it before, but I'm going to talk to you, singer. All these THs, there's nothing I'm not worthy of. We got 3 of them in this line alone. Tongue between teeth. There's nothing I'm not worthy of.
When the shops were wanna calm me down.
Way to come down.
This is brave, this is bruised, this is who I'm meant to
Good.
be.
This is who I'm meant to be. You got that scoop on who?
Me. Look out, 'cause they are gone.
And you change the notes. Instead of cracking and possibly hurting yourself and going up and becoming out of tune, you chose to take the melody down, which is a great decision.
To the beat, so I make no apologies. This is me.
Great work. Thank you for sending this in. I want you to choose a song to work on that is way, way, way simple compared to this, but I want you to freaking nail the pitch. I also think that you can work on the little agility bits I gave you in this. You also could pull this into an app and slow it down a little bit. There's a lot of extra notes in a song like this, and you're capable of doing them, but you must work on your foundation, your pitch. It's close, but you got to turn this up, and then this will be able to dial in a little bit more. But great work, because that's a wild song. Love your lip color.
Oh, it's that song from 单依纯. You heard it before.
Have we heard her before?
No.
No.
不会说轻轻，请他把我的承诺恐惧一并赶出门去。寸草不生的心，也曾绿草如茵。纯真似去那天，天空真万里无云。有一团
Oh, I
黑
remember
色
this
迷
song.
雾在我的脑海漂浮，反正我也同样孤独，用什么理由将它驱逐？谁让我体无完肤，谁弃我于不顾？雪崩的时候没有一片血无辜。
Okay, singer, this is beautiful. Yeah, great work. I'm going to give you just a suggestion to play with. When you go up into those higher notes, I suggest that you play more 2 different ways. Either add more air into the tone so that your voice isn't kind of skipping out. It's very fragile sounding here, which is beautiful, but we still want a little bit more consistency tonally. Or, so you can thin it out, air it out more, or keep a little bit more tone so that we don't hear those skips.
谁弃我于不顾？雪崩的时候没。
Is that could be an issue with registration, or yeah, I guess I just want to hear your voice carry and be supported over top of that interval.
有一片血无辜，我又该找谁？
This is a pretty complex song as well. Great work.
看着所爱之人排着队离开身边，为何我越爱谁越要选择越伤退？常常在怀的刺，根根都插进此生。我拥抱我自己，感受着切肤之疼。
Okay. I'm starting to understand a little bit better. So often when you do what we refer to as scoops, you are often adding, I will call it an H, even though you're not really So what sometimes happens when singers hear scoops, they often will misinterpret it as an H or a push-pull. You are actually doing the in-between, which is that you are doing the notes in the scoop completely correctly and beautifully. And you're also adding sometimes for emphasis, or sometimes because that's what people think a scoop is, you are also adding an H. What is this word, Jay?
Yo.
Yo. No? Yo. Okay. So you don't need to stop the sound or add that extra emphasis, because that's what scoops really are. They're like beautiful frames and connectors. So instead of yo, you just need yo. Yeah? Does that make sense? So this here too. Die. You have a tiny little huh. Die. And you just need die. That was good. That was nice. Same thing. And I may be exaggerating them compared to what you're doing, but this is a great opportunity for you to level up, because this is a beautiful performance, great pitch, great foundation, great agility. But this one thing will smooth you out quite a bit. Nice. Okay, so I'm going to say one last thing about it. When there are scoops, when there are scoop notes, meaning a connector that comes from underneath, trust it, rely on it. That is the emphasis. That is the decoration. That is what is bringing the melody to life. You as a singer, your job is mostly just to do the scoop note correctly, in tune and in time. It doesn't need a huh, it doesn't need a push, it doesn't need a zhuzh. It can once in a while if there's something really, really special you want to do, but as a rule, you just want to do the scoop note and almost hide it. Usually it's meant to kind of blend in. So you don't have to overwork it. Trust your voice, trust the scoop, trust the writing. So in this context, this is a more emotive place in the song where you're kind of in this more crying tone. So having your voice, what felt originally to me like kind of skipping, which is really that H or that extra emphasis you're trying to do, it kind of works in this context because it's delicate. It's supposed to sound a little bit. Very nice. Nice mix too, a little bit thicker. Yes. Nice. We corrected that little tiny pitch deviation. Beautiful. Great work, piano accompanist. Great work, singer, great work. Thank you for sending this in. And I hope you can take this one particular correction or issue or something to think about. into consideration, because it will level you up when you have the option of being of choosing to break those scoops up or add an emphasis, or choosing to flow through them and kind of hide them more. But beautiful interpretation of the song, beautiful vibrato, beautiful registration. I thought you did a great job. Anything you want to add?
No, it's good.
Great work. I like this song.
Yeah. Oh, it's
You want to
This
know
is-
about how much I love?
yeah, but this is Khalil's version.
Oh, cool.
If I had to live my life without you near me, the days would all be empty. The nights would seem so long. With you I see forever oh so clearly. I might have been in love before, but it never felt this strong. Dreams are young and we both know they'll take us where we want to go. Hold me now, touch me now. I don't wanna live without you. Nothing's gonna change.
So on this little downward bounce, great work so far. I would like to hear in general a little bit more through line. What do I mean by that? I actually think I don't know if it's your vibrato that I'm feeling like is interrupting the line a little bit. Right here though. You, when you're gonna do those bounces, be them down or up, right? You or down, that's up. You or down, you, whatever direction you're going. They are ultimately designed as semitones or full tones, and the pitch accuracy on them matters. I'm gonna hear you do more, but I would tighten that pitch up on that.
Nothing's gonna change my love for you. You ought to know by now how much I love you. One thing you can be sure of, I'll never ask for more than your love. Nothing's gonna change my love for you. You ought to know by now how much I love you. The world may change my whole life through, but nothing's gonna change my love for you.
Nice vibrato.
If the road ahead is not so easy.
Okay, this is kind of a tough thing to explain. You have got a lot of the notes there. The scoops are all in, and you're pretty darn accurate. But number one, you could be more accurate, and you would be shocked of how the average listener, they don't really know why, but it's going to sound a little bit more easy and a little bit more stable. Number two, you have a great command of scoops and where the natural emphasis in these lines go. However, you are overemphasizing the emphasis, if that makes sense. We want a little bit more relaxation, a little bit less punchy. I'm going back to the last line you did so I can try and demo it. This is really subtle because you've got a lot of great stuff in place.
If the road ahead is not so easy.
I couldn't go so far as to say that you were Hing or something, but those emphasis, if the road ahead, I'm exaggerating more than you did, but we don't even need that. The melody and the scoops write the emphasis in, so you don't have to do it. That's what good songwriting is. If the road ahead is not so easy, you don't need to help the melody so much. Now, you may not even be doing that. You may just need to rein in and like tighten up your control. I've kind of talked about this before. When you're landing a note, don't let it move so much. If the road ahead, just contain it a little bit more.
Our love will lead the way for us, just like a guiding star. I'll be there for you if you should need me.
This line was quite good.
You don't have to change.
So on this line, I feel like the word have is poking out too much, if you know what I'm saying. You don't have. I think you're emphasizing the scoop note.
You don't have to change a thing. I love you just the way you are.
Good.
So come with me and share the view. I'll help you see forever too. Hold me now,
Nice
touch me now. I don't wanna live without you.
Lift your eyebrows a little bit to get up on top of those notes right here at the end of the line. I don't wanna live without you. Get on top.
Without you,
Yeah.
nothing's gonna change my love for you. You ought to know by now how much I love you. One thing you can be sure of, I'll never ask for more than your love. Nothing's gonna change my love for you. You ought to know by now how much I love you. The world may change my whole life through, but nothing's gonna change my love for. Nothing's gonna change my love for you. You ought to know by now how much I love you. One thing you can be sure of, I'll never ask for more than your love. Nothing's gonna change my love for you. You ought to know by now how much I love you. The world may change my whole life through, but nothing's gonna change my love for you.
Nice. Yeah, it's a lot. Yes. I want to give you one more thought about the correction I've been giving you. If you take, if I had to live my life without you near me, what you can do to make sure you're not overemphasizing the scoop notes or the emphasis moments is to kind of half sing, half speak it. If I had to live my life without you near me. So we lose a little bit of the emotion, but that's going to help you get the consistency and support. And yeah, the consistency is I guess what I'm after. Now, this was a great performance. Thank you for sending this in. You have so many great foundational pieces, but to make it feel more musical, we want it to not have those emphasized moments go overboard. But great work. You did well with your high notes. I would like to hear you on top of them more, but you did well. Sometimes lifting your eyebrows can kind of help in those moments. And I think you could tighten up your agility, which you already have your agility in place. You just need to dial everything up more. Have higher expectations for yourself. I know that's a funny thing. Usually singers are A-type personalities as it is, but I'm giving you permission to expect more from yourself, to hold yourself to a higher standard because you're capable. Great work. Thanks for sending. Oh, today is like juicy song selections. This is actually an insane song. I can't believe. Have we heard this?
Share my life, take me for what I am.
Yeah, so Whitney Houston is a singer who uses a lot of notes. Share my life. Okay, so life pulls down. Take me, those are scoops. Take me for what I am. There's a lot of extra notes. You don't have to do them, but songs like this are pretty imprinted on people's hearts. So sometimes we miss them.
'Cause I'll never change.
I'll never change.
All my colors for you. Take my love. I'll never ask for too much.
Nice.
Just for that you are.
Good, we got some of those extra noties in there.
And everything that you do. I don't really need to look
Good.
very much further. I don't wanna have to go where you don't follow. I won't hold it back again. This passion inside can't run from myself.
Can't run from myself. There's some of these moments you could work on in slow motion. Can't run from myself. I bet you the reason you're not doing some of these things partially is sometimes you simply haven't noticed them or heard them. Sometimes it's because the agility is wacky fast. But I highly recommend you go grab an app, slow this thing down, slow it down. I will never stop saying it to you guys because once you hear the extra notes, you'll be much more inclined to do them.
There's no way to hide, but I'll make me close.
Okay, so this is a classic example of a singer flipping into a thinner tone or a head voice, a hooty head voice, instead of opening up into a mixy, thicky, belty tone. It's not against the law. You can do it however you want, but usually when people choose songs like this, that's kind of the exciting moment. So here you flip.
But I'll make me close.
You said, but I'll make me close. So you started out, you were gonna go over it, and then flipped into your head voice, pardon me. Don't make me close one more door. Ah, hey, yeah, whoa. We're in that thick, yelly place.
Close one more door. I don't wanna hurt.
So you are in a thin mix on pieces of this, but that's not what the song wants. The original vibe of the song doesn't want a thin mix. It kind of wants a spicier, thicker mix at least.
Anymore.
Good, you came
Stay
back.
in my arms. Stay
In my arms. We want those bounces. Practice that with me, okay? Ah. Did you guys ever do that in school? Ah. That's kind of how it's supposed to sound. Stay in my arms. Walk around your house. Practice it. Play it. Ah.
Almost imagine you there.
Good. So in this section, you've come back to a little bit of a thicker mix, but that's because the melody has come down a little bit. You might want to try this section in a lower key just to get used to staying thick and not kind of freaking out and thinning out.
Don't walk away from me. I have nothing.
I have nothing. So listen to how many extra notes are in here. I have nothing. Maybe if it's that part, I'm not sure. If I don't. So lots of extras. Are you shaking your head at me?
I can't remember.
Have you.
Good. Mostly scoops is what's missing. The little notes underneath that connect and join.
You see through right to the heart.
Right to the, lots of connectors missing.
Of me.
But you got the bass melody.
You break down my walls.
Good. All the extras are there.
With the strength of your love. I never knew.
So this vowel, this oo vowel, arguably the tightest, E and oo are the tightest English vowels. They tend to be harder for people to stay in the thicker tone. I never knew. So if you want to practice this, try it on a, I suggest lowering the key as well, but on a wider vowel. I never know. Before you work on making it small.
Love like I've known it with you.
You got some of those notes in that riff. Nice.
We survive. One I can hold on to.
Nice. Two.
I don't really need to look very much further. I don't wanna have to go where you don't follow.
Good, some connectors.
I don't hold it back again. This passion inside can't run from myself. There's no way to hide your love. I remember.
I'm gonna help you fix it. And run from myself, there's nowhere to hide. Your love I remember forever. Whatever, then I don't know what it does there, but you're early. You're early.
If I remember forever,
You're ahead.
but I'll make me close one more.
Okay, so again, you're not as thick as you probably want to be, but you're in a mix. You're not hooty heading. You're in a thin mix.
I don't wanna hurt
Good.
anymore.
Good.
Stay in my arms.
Good, actually. You're getting braver. You're getting braver as the song goes on. It's a little thicker.
Say for you there.
Twang.
Oh, must I imagine you there? Don't walk away from me.
Then you flipped and you didn't need to, but E is another tight one. Don't walk away from me.
I have nothing.
That's head. That's headier than I want. Nothing. Hey.
Oh
yeah, key change.
Make me close one more door.
You know what, singer? You are on the cusp of busting into getting your higher notes to remain a little bit thicker. You are having moments where you are getting it. You are even starting to add a little bit of twang in there. We do want more consistency, and I would argue play with keeping it thicker as you move up into your higher notes. But good for you. I feel like you've done some work on this.
I don't wanna hurt anymore. Stay in my arms if you there. Oh, must I imagine you there? Don't walk away from me. No, don't walk away from me. Don't you dare walk away from me.
So that last note starts to pull a little classical because it's head.
I have nothing.
Okay, I want to point one thing out because you just did it correctly and I should have stopped. I have nothing. So in English, when we're singing songs like this, we will grab the first sound from the next word and we'll borrow it early. So in this case, I'm going to exaggerate it. I have nothing. Now, why does this matter? When we don't steal this sound early, it ends up sounding choppy and disconnected. Like, I have nothing, right? Do you hear the difference? I have nothing. Do you hear that connection? Now, 20 seconds ago, you actually did one of those, which means your ear hears it, you get it, but they appear all over this song. So put them all in, go back and listen and get them all in there, because I heard you do one.
Nothing. If I don't have you.
I would suggest study that riff more or simplify it. We don't want that's mushy boo boo. Nothing. That's when a singer's like, oh yeah, that's a bunch of notes in there. I don't know, it's a bunch. But you can know. You have a good ear. Go back and listen. Slow it down. Connect.
Have you.
Good job. This song is... Good job. There's a lot in here. Yeah. Great work. Thank you for sending that in. I think you need to work on those connector notes that I talked about. And you need to slow down, go back in, listen to the riffs. But the thing I'm most excited about for you is that you are busting into your mixed voice, which is going to get you closer to twang and belting and all those big things. You're sitting right at the cusp of a really, really fun place. So usually I would give a singer a lecture saying this song is wow, there's too much going on. But I can see why you chose this. We are missing a lot of those scoops and those extra connector notes, but I heard you do some of them, so I know they're there in your your ear is capable of hearing them. And I heard you start to mix into some of those upper notes. So I know your voice and your brain and your body are capable and understanding what that mix is. You need to get braver and do some hey, whoa, work on connecting that thicker tone as you swing up. Oh, 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 oh. That's the kind of exercise I would do with you if I was to work with you. Why does it sound like a Casio keyboard? What is this?
这夜光滑如缎，轻薄的不只是衣衫，每个眼神都在窥探，躁动不安。当耳边呢喃变成传，我是野孩子没人管。怎么说呢？怎么说都不难看。夜点来得早，不如来得晚，只有傻瓜会在9点半就绕着八卦转。他一心想给夜色借点几时心事早不肯转。如果你发现谁惹他
I recognize the song.
Me too.
It's actually written by Jonathan.
Wow, that's crazy.
So it's like the rappy, talky part. It's very Jonathan.
Cool.
你赶快把那杯子倒满，然后加那一点幽默感，那不难。见识什么？只羞涩可餐，呼吸很短，嘴唇很软，其实不饿，只是嘴馋。
He actually sounds like the original singer.
Yeah?
Because Jonathan wrote it for Asuka.
I don't think
I don't think you have seen Asuka yet.
Okay. He's super jazz influenced, hey? It's like folk jazz in these
有
changes.
人左顾右盼，有的矜持，有的摆宽，各有各的高低手段，各自打算。成熟女从来不会谈，真绅士从来不纠缠。要不就散，要不就同登彼岸。
Singer, you've got a great sense of rhythm.
夜点来得早，不如来得晚。只有白纸手没拉到，还能聊到早上5点半。只见门口出现几个大汉说：“先生，先生，先生，你还没有买呢。如果女士们对你很冷淡，跟你的长相绝对无关。关键你的车是哪一款？多情。”
I don't know the original, but I do feel like on the lower sections, I wish your voice was slightly speechier, thicker. I'm nitpicking, but I feel like it could be a little bit more a little bit more authentically you at the bottom of those melodies. I, again, don't know the song, but the rap section sounds authentic and fluid, and it's sitting in there really nicely and easily. I don't feel like you're fighting for it or struggling it, and the rhythm is all intact. Great work.
您叫什么？这羞涩可餐，笑意满满，气味暖暖，其实不饿，只是嘴馋。如果你发现谁热得慢，你赶快把那杯子倒满，然后加来一点幽默感，那不难。
Nice.
见识什么？这羞涩可餐，呼吸很短。
I feel like there's like like there's like a bend into the lines, like a habitual bend into the lines, or am I off base?
Ups and downs, because Jonathan's writing has those incorporated in his songwriting.
Well, maybe so, but something is feeling not as stable as I want it to.
嘴唇很软，其实不饿，是忍不住嘴馋。就算你是恋着公主，我是传说中的痴汉。无论你是日剧韩剧，选择自己面对的灾
It
难。
might be as simple as like your pitch accuracy is very good, singer. But you know, when you get a lot of the puzzle pieces in place, you kind of want pitch to be like even more dialed in. Maybe that's what it is.
不管你
Yeah, the pitch could be like
习惯直路或是绕弯，这里的规则简单，比柔韧好玩。如
But here, do you know what I mean? Like it could be a little talkier here, just a little bit, like less singery, and a little bit more speechy. No?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
不，你发现谁热得慢？
You know what? Because it's less about what the original song is and more about you and your voice, singer. And that I want to feel as a listener that you are as opened up and authentic and more playful. If you were more playful, it would be less like, and it would get more like, yeah, a little talkier, I think. But I'm nitpicking.
你看我的每次都慢，让我加那一点幽默感，那不能坚持什么？只羞涩可
On your high notes, it's beautifully thick.
惨，呼吸很短，嘴唇很软，其实不饿。如果女士们对你很冷淡，跟你的掌声绝对无关，关键你的车是哪一款？多简单，灵巧什么？只羞涩可餐，笑意满满，嘴唇很软，其实不饿。
I also think that your vibrato might be a little frequent and slightly inconsistent. So, I mean, by too frequent, I mean too often, maybe on too many notes, but also when you are doing it, I'm not sure that all of the loops don't just feel a little bit sporadic sometimes. So maybe that could become a little bit more consistent.
嘴馋，嘴馋，嘴馋，嘴馋。
Great work. Great work. Everybody, great work today. To this singer, I would just say, I wish it was a little bit more grounded and speech-like. And I think you could dial in your vibrato slightly and your pitch slightly, even though it's already good. Do you have anything else to add on that?
I think he's skilled.
Okay, pause. So I would say tonally, you are matching his mix and thickness more than I would have suspected, but I stand by that this should be more playful. That this needs to be a little loose, a little bit more playful, a little bit more forward and explorative, thinking about telling the story, speaking the story, not just, singing the story. Lots of foundation here, kind of like Jay said. You got a lot going on, but I'd like to see you dig into your musicality a little bit more now that you've got a foundation. So dial in the pitch, dial in the playful. But great work, everybody. Great work, everybody.
Stay in my arms if you dare, or must I imagine you there? Don't walk away from me, no, 'cause I have nothing, nothing, nothing. It all make me climb on my door. I don't wanna hurt anymore. Stay in my arms if you dare, or must I imagine you there? Don't walk away from me, no, don't you dare walk away from me. Don't you dare walk away from me, no, 'cause I have nothing, nothing, nothing if I don't have you.
Hello, my friends. I have some exciting news. Our One Take Challenge show is almost 2 years old. That means I've been reacting to and coaching you guys for over 20 episodes. But on June 15th, we will be filming our first ever live in-person taping of our One Take Challenge in Shanghai. I'll be watching live performances of some of our favorite One Take Challenge participants up until now and providing live feedback. If you're a professional tier member, you're invited to join us as an audience member for this special masterclass event. Seats are limited, so be sure to reserve yours as soon as possible. Details on how to RSVP for this event will be shared in an upcoming members-only post. I am so excited. I cannot wait to see you guys there. Mwah!